But before we start, do you have any questions, Preeti or Jean?
No, I don't. I don't know what to ask.
Okay. Trying to see. Okay, I'll retain the background, but yeah, right now I'm in the park of a church, so it's cold, clammy, noisy. Yeah.
Well, don't worry. We don't, at least on my end, I don't hear any background noises.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Because my daughter kicked me out of the apartment. She says she has she has a party, and I'd asked her to let me be there till 7. She says no. Her friends have come over, so she's having the party. So I'm having this from outside the home. Okay. It's always like I don't really try to plan out things very well in advance, because I try to get across to you guys that whatever is happening is the way that it should be. Like whatever. Okay. Almost fine. So, Shahla, you're joining us for the first or the second time, right?
Yes, how are you?
I'm good. What is it that you want out of this meditation?
The problem is I cannot focus on my, pay attention to my meditation, because when I start to meditation, my mind takes me everywhere except meditate.
That's okay. It's not such a big deal. That's not really a problem. That's a result of something that you're telling me. So, how old are you, Shala?
58.
Okay, that usually happens at around after 50.
But
the focus does.
The other problem, because my mind is too busy, I have so many thing I have to take care of it, and also I'm working 40 hours a week, but still I am short in money to support my family, because my husband left me for other women, me and my kids, two of my kids in the college, and then I'm living in New York. The only pay I $2,000 for 1 bedroom rent, for 1 bedroom, $2,000. But before the corona, I work in four different place, but right now only just I'm working in the one place, the same place, but two different job, morning and afternoon. I do extra hour, but still I'm not. That's why it's bother me. I don't know what I have to do.
Nothing. You have to do nothing.
I am very
Charlotte,
positive person. I am very positive.
Doesn't matter. Positive, negative. Charlotte, hold on for a minute. Because when we start to talk about our life, I know what you have told me is tough, but there are millions of others who have even tougher life stories. And especially in North America, you're doing a lot of it, but to be able to do what you're doing better, I would suggest that I would tell you straight off that when you were 43, when you were 48, and when you were 53 and a half, there are 3 events which have happened in your life which are affecting you with a lot of pain. So 43, 48, and 53 and a half. Whatever has happened during these 3 years of your life, You can write them on a piece of paper and send them to Allah, God, whatever you believe in, with gratitude, and then you will be having the ability to manage your life better right now. So whatever and you will get to know very fast whatever happened 43, 48, 53. So whatever that these three events, these are causing a lot of impact in you. And if since your husband has left, then that means that you have freedom, and of course responsibility is what meditation is. So you are meditating. You don't really have to do anything. You are taking care of your children. You are taking care of your responsibilities. So that is the true meditation. True meditation is not closing eyes and going off into your own world and doing Om or whatever, or being in some place and looking very godlike and charging $200 for communications with you and all that. That's not really meditation or enlightenment or anything. That's just one of the things which is happening on the planet. So you are doing good meditation because you have been provided, you have been gifted with a challenge by your ex-husband, and the children are, if it would have been really bad if the children had not been with you. So the children are with you, you're taking care of your responsibility. Do not have any judgment upon how it is working out. Everyone right now has a tough life. Some people are dying, some people are just getting by, etc. It's a very tough time for the planet, and it's okay. It's better to have a tough time than to go around on this planet that, oh, I'm having a good life. Because if you are having a tough life and you live with a smiling heart, it means you are meeting the challenge. But if you have an easy life and there is no toughness, then you just leave this planet as you came without having learned anything. And most of the problems on the planet that people have in the North American part are usually not such great problems as there are on other parts of the planet. So just be cognizant, just be knowing whatever has happened in your life, 43, 48, and 53 and a half, let that go and you will become much more balanced. You let go of a thing by praying with gratitude for it. So that's how the meditations work over out here, and that's how you get better. I have to.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, so when we meet for meditation, we always have someone that we try to have to pray for. So you have been gifted. You have been very gifted with a life in which you have your responsibilities. You have kids, so you love your kids. Your ex-husband has given you the right to be maintaining your meditation by taking care of your children exclusively. So it's a huge responsibility, and do not take ownership of that. I am doing it. The universe is supporting your children through you and will continue to do it. Even if you would say tomorrow, I'm not going to take care of my children, something will happen and they will be bring up. But your focus is to be balanced, not get bitter. Just be as happy as you can be. Oh, it's so good that my husband has left me, because previously he used to beat me, he used to control my life. It's such a blessing when we don't have anyone close to us judging us and criticizing us. Most of the relationships nowadays have devolved into judging the other person and then doing something. It's a Hollywood myth that people are together holding hands, beach, etc. That's around 10% of it. 90% of relationship is you really have to work hard at making the other person happy, and it's a total meditation. It's really difficult nowadays. So you are already doing a meditation when you are taking care alone of your children and trying to make money honestly. It's a huge meditation. It's bigger than being on the Zoom call over out here. So you have to be cognizant that you are doing a good meditation. You are taking care of your children.
Thank you so much.
Excellent. Yeah.
Thank you.
Because right now the planet is going through, all the people on the planet are going through a really tough time. So the tougher our life is, the more we have an opportunity for meditation. And we thank the people who are giving us this tough life, because without this challenge, we can never grow up. we came to this planet this is a huge exercise room. So we came over out here to exercise. And if you had someone else picking up, pulling up the weights for you, or running on the on that treadmill for you, how would you get exercise? You wouldn't. So we thank the person because of whom we are having a tough life. And relationships, if you have a relationship as you have with your children, excellent. It's a loving relationship. And most of the people nowadays, they want a relationship, but they just want the happiness out of relationship. And it's really difficult. How can relationship cannot make you happy?
No,
That's
I'm not looking for
Hollywood.
relationship. I'm not looking for that, because I am happy whatever I am, because I have, thanks God, I have two wonderful kids. I am happy with them. I have a quiet life and peaceful, but I have to work hard. That's it. I have to
What
work
would you
hard.
like to do? Not work hard.
No,
Work.
it's mean no, it's mean that when I working 40 hours from 7:30 to until 4 o'clock every day. At least I like to be manage my life, not in the short, in the end of the month.
That is your life. Like this time when you came to this planet, in your last life you had a good life in the sense that you had a more comfortable life, and then when you went back to the spirit world, you said that you want a tougher life. So that life is always going to be having a logic around to it. And your husband who left you in the previous life, probably he was your child whom you left. So things are always going in a circle, and we don't see the sense of it, but there is always a sense, there is always a balance. And the tougher the life is, the better it is for our spiritual health. Because most of the time before the COVID hit, the gymnasiums were the place where people had even started to date and also etc. So it's become very, very cool thing to have a good without any fat body. And I was in Vancouver. I saw so many good looking dudes, and half the time they were in love with each other. They were so good looking, they had no fat, but were they happy? No, the same amount of happiness as a normal couple. They have the same jealousies, etc., etc. So what I'm trying to communicate is that right now, during the 17th, 18th century, plump and fat women were considered very beautiful, because it meant that they are from a rich family which can afford. All the kings in historical kings were really fat. Some of the kings needed people to move them from one place to another, because it was considered that the king has to be representing the people, that he has got abundance. So they were perpetually fat. There were very few thin kings, except for one Swedish king who used to go off to war. All the rest were really fat, and they were very proud of it. But now it's about being very, very lean. But people become lean in a physical way. People are nowadays becoming lean and fighting with sugar and fat and everything in a physical way. The point was to become spiritually lean. So very few people are doing anything to become spiritually strong. Most of the people would just like to exercise and gym, because it is physical, it is doable. If I would tell the whole group, if you will run for 5 kilometers every day, you will meet your Brad Pitt or J-Lo or whoever, or Rihanna, whatever is your fantasy. Everyone will do it. But if I say that every day, if you will do meditation for an hour twice a day, and you will become spiritually beautiful, I don't think a lot of people will follow up on that, because everyone is confused with the body. So we are all praying for you, and your job once more, the whole group is going to be praying right now, so that whatever impacts you from your 43rd, 48th, and 53 and a half year of life, 53 years and 5 months around that, these are the 3 events in your emotional life that are making you very weak inside, which are adding fat. If you will take them off, if you will lose this extra weight, your soul is good. You do have relationships, as you said, but with your children, and you will be able to smile with your heart more. That, at the end of the day, is the key to everything, the ability to smile with your heart. So that is enlightenment. If you can our stupidity of our culture is nowadays that we sell enlightenment. If you take a look into the internet, there's so many places which are like, enlightenment and these powers and that powers. And a lot of people come to meditation to become something special. It doesn't really work like that. You have to take it the other way around. So all of us, we prayed for you, and we are going to be starting meditation. And the way it works is that we have to, supposing, on this planet, we achieve everything. We have relationships, we have money, we have all these toys that people pine for, but we have not become enlightened regarding who we are. Then all this time on the planet was spent as nothing. It's so absurd that maybe in this whole week, let's say you were doing eating, jogging, working, making money, a lot of other things. But only for this 1 hour that you are spending with me, we are thinking about God and what is the self and how to become self-realized and how to become enlightened. And you might be thinking, this is the 1 hour that I just was doing nothing, etc. It's my relaxation time, etc. But in reality, this is the 1 hour when you were looking for self-realization and when you were looking for enlightenment. This is the 1 hour that is worth all the 7 days and 15 and the 23 hours. 6 days and 23 hours. This 1 hour. Because this is the time when you are shedding off your extra emotional baggage so that you can serve the society. You can live your life in full acknowledgement, not of looking for enlightenment or things or goods or anything from the external life, but being fully aware. I'm living in North America. My life is so complex. Every day I manage to use a cell phone. Every day my life is there. There's COVID happening on the planet. Every day there's so much technical information. There's so many techniques. There's so much amount of information. There's so much amount of huge amount of virtual temptations on the planet. Like 100 years ago, you're born as a peasant or wherever you were born. Even if you were a king, you would be having just one point of view. You won't be having the other point of view. But right now, when you go to the YouTube, you get so many points of views. So that is true freedom, because your mind can expand. Otherwise, in the old days, if you were in some place, then whatever is if you were born in a Catholic place, then you could only go with one way of thinking. If you were in another place, you could go only with another way of thinking. God would be only would be in the form that wherever you were born, whatever your ancestors were doing. But now when you go, there's so much amount of abundance. Your soul, you can choose. And that is true freedom on how to evolve. But there are millions of ways to evolve. So people are again getting confused. And there's so much amount of commercial activity happening. Meditations for a fee, enlightenment for another fee, communicating and going to a place where you can discover God, and anything which becomes commercialized. Anything that becomes commercialized loses its sense, loses its impact. So I'm going to be working with you right now on how we can all understand, achieve, become enlightened. And the reason we can do that is right now, achieve enlightenment is in contrast to the days of old, when enlightenment was a very difficult process. There was very little knowledge, there was very little of techniques, people were not. Right now, all of you are educated. Previously, it used to be 1% of the population that could read and write. You all can. And you also have access, you all have the technique, the tool to be able to read, and you also have millions of techniques to become enlightened and go beyond whatever or whoever or whatever the restriction that you think you are having. So you have the technique, millions of them, whether you do Om, whether you do Amin, whether you go to Himalaya, whether you join a Bhai cult or you become a part of a sect or something, everyone is offering something. You can go, they even I know a lady. She had called me around some time ago that she was feeling suicidal, and she placed out an ad that she's conducting a mushroom eating retreat. I swear there were around more than 400, 500 people. So anyone can do anything. There are too many things happening on the planet. And people were vomiting, and maybe some of them were feeling enlightened because it's all a hallucination. And where are the hallucinations happening? Over out here in the head. So whatever is your reality, if you suddenly declare that I am enlightened after eating a mushroom, then so are you. Is going to be arguing with that. God, universe is not really going to be arguing with you. That's your prerogative to confirm and affirm. So you have the tools. Unfortunately, million of them. Tools. You have the techniques. Unfortunately, million of them. And you also have the intent. Otherwise, you won't be over out here. Saturday night. Well, it is Halloween, so you could be considering that watching Indian middle-aged dude body is also like akin to going to Halloween, which is okay. Like if as long as your heart smiles and you enjoy life, it's all okay. It's all, that's what pure enlightenment is. Enjoying your life with an open, smiling heart. That's what enlightenment is. It's whatever gives you the strength in our troublesome times to be open, to the ability to open your heart and shine this heart light to everything and everyone unconditionally. So it is cold today and I'm on the street. So I'm going to put it back. Your Halloween time is over. Back to me. So to get to the enlightenment, all I'm going to ask all of you, closing your eyes, you defocus, you unfocus from your body. This body, think of it like a tool. So when your spirit came to this planet, it went inside a body to be able to function on this planet. In order to be able, in the gym, you wear your certain clothes. You don't go in your everyday clothes. You change over. So that's what your body is. And the body has got 5 senses. Now, we came to this planet to exercise our soul. But if you start taking care only of the body, means that you are given a Ferrari to drive around in and you start taking care only of the Ferrari. So right now, by closing eyes, you defocus from your Ferrari come body and start focusing on that which you cannot see with your biological eyes, but you feel the presence inside yourself. Now, you see and I see a world with biological eyes when we see outside, which has got billions of things. But the one which is perceiving all this is just one. So focus on that one which is perceiving it. To do that, we will use Om. The vibration of Om Namo Shivaya, which means I see God in myself. Shiva is the conditional name for infinity in Vedas. It's not a Mr. Shiva. It's the name for conditional infinity in this case of this meditation that we are conducting. And when I say Om Namo Shiva, you will acknowledge your own enlightened self. And enlightened is one pure light inside you. And you will use the tool of this mantra, which is basically a prayer. May I see God in everything. May I see God in everyone. It's also an intent, also a prayer. Mantra is just a prayer repeated with breathing so that your biological self and your spiritual self are aligned and become cognizant of each other. That your spirit is functioning on this planet via your body to which it is attached via breathing. That's all. So when I say Om, you're going to use it as a means of transport to go inside yourself. And I'll be taking you through layers. So Om Namo Shiva, you go inside yourself, crossing over your aura, your energy, which is around your body. Very, very subtle. So it's not so difficult, but you have to believe in it. You go inside you penetrate the armor of energy, which everybody has got. When you are happy, that's why people at a distance, you can make, oh, that guy seems to be happy. Because there is an aura, there is something which is captured by Kirlian photography, whatever, you can sense it. When people die, their aura goes away. You walk into a room where there is someone alive and dead, it's two different things. So go beyond this subtle energy aura surrounding the body. Om Namo. Go deep inside at the level of heart. Shiva. Crossing over this energy, you are going deep inside yourself. Now go beyond the layer of the body, beyond this blood and muscles. Go deeper inside your body at the level of heart. Om Namo Shiva. Going to the deepest part of your heart, you see where your emotions are. Emotions are basically your reactions to any thought that comes up. And thoughts are whatever awakens in your mind. And the mind is an endless stream of photographs, which we call as thoughts. So you meet these emotions, and they are like small fountains. All the emotions of love, fear, anger, deep inside your heart. You go beyond them by saying Om Namo Shiva. Om Namo. Go deep inside yourself, beyond emotions. Om Namo Shiva. Om Namo Shiva. Beyond the fountain and viscous fountain of emotions, there is a hard-coded, like a brick, your intellect, which thinks this is right, that is wrong. This I like, this I don't dislike. Dividing the whole of the creation into two plus and minuses. This your style of thinking. You start to understand that what is good for you is bad for others. It seems 100 years ago, lobsters were given to the prisoners in New York and all that, because they were just, lobsters were like cockroaches of the sea. So they were given out for free, and now they are at a prime rate. So our likes and dislikes keep on changing during even this very life. You like chocolate, and then you say, oh, this is calories which will make me fat, and then you stop liking chocolate so much. Or maybe like it in a different way. So you go beyond this intellect. It's very hard-coded, but understanding that it can be changed with Om Namo Shiva, you go deep inside, beyond your intellect. Om Namo Shiva. Om Namo Shiva. Om Namo Shiva. And going to the deepest part of your heart, beyond the aura, beyond your physical, biological body, beyond your emotions, beyond your intellect, there is a shining, there is a blue room, very microscopic now. In the infinity, in the center of the infinity of your heart, a blue light. And in the center of this blue light, a golden light of Narayana. So behind me, you would have seen the three gods, the Trinity, how the one God is reflected as three forces of birth, preservation, creation rather, preservation and destruction of Shiva. Vishnu, Narayan is again the conditional name for that golden light deep inside yourself, and asked for the clarity, the enlightenment to see the light inside yourself, in your heart, and see the light in the heart of everything and everyone on the planet. The same golden Narayan light. Narayan is the name of the creator Vishnu. The Vishnu creator created Brahma, who created the universe. So the creator of the creators, that same light is in the heart of everything and everyone. You first become cognizant of your own enlightenment. You are not just a physical body. You are Narayana. Om Namo Narayana. You are the awakened soul, functioning on this planet through a limited body which will die. Functioning and using your intellect and emotions and all these senses as tools to serve the other Narayanas who are around you. And with that knowledge, your heart opens like a flower and you have the ability to smile and bless everything and everyone. Om Namo Narayana. Om Namo Narayana. And Shiva is the mystic. Even when there is a God which is a creator, there is a God which has created the creator also. That mystic energy is known as Shiva. There is no end, there is no starting point to Shiva. It's an infinite light of love, light, and laughter in your heart. If you have everything but your heart doesn't smile, there's no laughter in it, your life was useless. Rather, your way of thinking was useless. Om Namo Narayana. Opening your heart, you become self-realized. You become enlightened as of this very second. And now you promise that from now on, you give to yourself blessing. The lower self in you, the one which identifies with the body, gives to the higher self, the one which identifies with the creator of everything and everyone, which is pure love light. Blesses. They bless each other because they are both needed to function on the planet. May you be self-realized. May you see the light of God inside you and in everything and everyone. And from now on, you are going to be totally enlightened. And you're going to be having the three attributes. Whether you have to fake it till you make it, whether you have to use your willpower, whether you have to do whatever it takes. But from tomorrow, you are blessing yourself that you are going to be functioning in an enlightened manner. And that is, first of all, for everything that has happened, is happening, will happen, for everything that you cannot change, you accept everything that you are receiving in your life as a blessing of the Narayana, of the Creator. Om Namo Narayana. You accept everything that you cannot change as a blessing of the Narayana. Om Namo Narayana. The Creator of the Creator of the universe. Om Namo Narayana. So you accept from tomorrow or from this very second, you start to accept everything on this planet and in your life that has happened, is happening, will happen as grace of God. As a present, you will start to accept everything that has happened as grace of God, as a present. And that will make you maintain your enlightened self, which you have blessed upon yourself. So from now on, anything that happened that you cannot change, you accept it with grace and accept that whatever is happening and you cannot change as grace. Whoever comes to power, this grace will allow your heart to be open. The second is, since now you are accepting everything as grace, there is no positive, no negative, everything is a grace of God. Everything now that you do, now you don't have any judgments, you don't have any, you don't think this is good, this is bad, because everything is a grace of God. From whatever you think is bad, good is coming off. From whatever you think is good, bad is coming off. So things are always in a change. Whatever is dying is going to be born again. Whatever is being given birth to right now is going to die. So you let go of these emotional baggages. This is good, this is bad. You see everything as a grace of God, a play of God, rather, so that your heart enjoys all the ups and downs of this life. This is what enlightenment is. Whatever happens, your heart is open, you're blessing, you're taking everything as grace, as present of the God. The second is, you don't have any judgments that this is good, and because everything is grace. So now, from now on, whatever you do, whatever action you do, may it be sex, may it be eating, may it be doing whatever you want to be doing, but you do it with Om Namo Shivaya, or you do it with Om Namo Narayana, giving it sharing the pleasure or the pain, whatever that is, with the others on the planet who have much less than you. You are eating food, good food. You don't say, oh, I'm eating this. You eat it and you share the senses, your satisfaction of the food, the taste of the food, everything you share with those who have nothing. That is true enlightenment. So you are slowly, your body becomes an instrument of sharing your life with the rest of the creation, so that that small golden light of Narayana, which is in your heart, becomes the total instrument and becomes finally fully identified with the huge light of creation reflected in everything and everyone, so that you see the same light inside yourself and you see all the lives in your heart. You can see the whole universe in your heart. Your heart is now grown up so much. You can see millions of creations, not only this universe, millions of creations in your heart. Your heart is an amazing, divine tool of the universe. So now you give off everything you experience to the one who has given you everything, so that your body becomes an instrument in the hands of the universe to spread love, light, and laughter. And now you come to the third part of it, of enlightenment. Very simple thing, nothing so difficult. You declare your enlightenment yourself right now by blessing the golden light in the deepest part of your heart. And from now on, one, you accept everything as grace. So you don't have any judgment, this is good and bad, and you don't have any jealousy, etc. towards everyone, because you don't know. And you see Narayan in everyone, you see Shiva in everyone, you see God in everyone. So you accept everything with grace, the first two. You share whatever is happening in your life with everything and everyone. All your pleasure, you don't eat alone, so your weight also will go down. You don't eat alone. Whatever you're eating, whatever you're doing, including a lot of people keep on asking, yes, even sex, you can share with the rest of the planet. So that it's not, oh, I'm looking for fun for my body, etc. Then you just become an animal. You become, I'm serving the universe with this love and these feelings of happiness or joy that people have so much hooked on, everyone, including me. And it's okay. Don't make a judgment call. Just share whatever plus and minuses, all these ups and downs you have in the emotional world, all these senses that you're getting, all the sense gratification or the absence of, with the rest of the world. Just keep on offering it to the universe. Oh God, I want to share this joy. Oh God, I want to share this pain with you. Just share it and you will start seeing yourself inside in the hearts of others, and you start to see everyone inside your heart. Your heart is so now magnanimous. It is fully enlightened now. And the third rule is very simple. When you are functioning in the human body, you have a name, you have got responsibilities. Your responsibilities are what is making you divine. If you don't accept your responsibilities, if you are escaping them or something, you cannot be enlightened. So your third is that you meet your responsibilities as the true meditation. And in the process, the rule is you never ever hurt anyone cognizantly. If you are walking and you step on someone, it's okay. Or if you have to give pain, let's say you are a mother and you have to punish the child so that the child doesn't play with fire, you can do that. But your intention should be not to spread any pain in any way. As a mother, the only exception is if you're stopping a child from a situation like playing with fire. So those are the three rules. You right now, you acknowledge, you become enlightened, just closing your eyes, the whole group goes inside yourself, beyond your energy, Om Namo Shiva. Beyond your biological body with muscles and blood, you go deeper and see it actually happening at a level of heart. Om Namo Shiva. You go deeper and then your emotions, which are like fountains, etc., which just spring up whenever any thought hits the fountain, it goes up or down. So that's what an emotion is. And you go beyond those fountains. Om Namo Shiva. And beyond that is your intellect, very hard-coded. This is good, this is bad. You shake it up. You shake it up. Om Namo Shivaya. And in the deepest part of you, that blue light in the center of the universe, focus on that in the center of your heart. And in the center of the blue light, focus on the golden light, which is the true you. The light of Narayana, the creator of the creator. Om Namo Narayana. Om Namo Narayana. Let your heart open. Om Namo Narayana. Om Namo Narayana. Om Namo Narayana. And in your heart, you see the infinities of your lives. You see the infinities of all the lives. You are the ray of sun that left the sun, but now has become as big as the sun itself. You are God-like right now. Your heart is totally open. In your heart is love for God, for the whole of the creation, for the whole of the creator. And you're full of joy. And you're blessing yourself first to become enlightened, so that from tomorrow, you accept everything in your life which you cannot escape from as total grace of God. With love and laughter, you accept everything, including death, COVID, whatever happens. If you can't escape it, accept it as grace of God. The second rule, whatever you are doing, including relationship or whatever pleasure or pain you share it with the rest of the world, seen and unseen, all those who are suffering much more than you, so that your body becomes an instrument of serving the universe. And the third, do not be a source of pain for anyone. Always keep on blessing everything and everyone. Keep your heart open, and even if you don't know the person, just say Om Namo Shivaya or Om Namo Narayan, or any prayer from your heart if you don't remember a prayer, just smile from your heart at all the people who have played any part and role in your life, at everyone who is playing a part, at everyone who is not playing a part, at everyone who has played a part, everyone who has not played a part, at everyone seen and unseen. You just shower them with blessings from your smiling heart with Om Namo Shivaya. Om Namo Shivaya. And when you want to activate the light, just Om Namo Narayana. The deepest part of you, Narayana, is the light of the creator of the creators, Vishnu. But all these are conditional. Just go with Om Namo Shivaya, Om Namo Narayana. You can go with anyone, any mantra. Pater noster, cias caeles, sanctificare nomen tuo, ad teatre ignum tua, quod volentus et scutem cielo intera panem nosum quotidianum, et dimitte nos et dimitta nos, quotem dimitorius debitoris nos, ina nos inducas et intercedere. Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on heaven as in earth. On this day give us our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those that trespass against us. Lead us from temptation, deliver us from evil. Thine is the power, the glory, the kingdom. Amen. Om Namah Shivaya. Allahu Akbar. Amen. Om Namah Shivaya. Allahu Akbar. Amen. Om Namah Shivaya. Allahu Akbar. Okay. So today we had a meditation in slightly difficult times, because it's on the street. Behind me is actually a church. So if you have no other questions, then I'll be closing. But you have blessed yourself with enlightenment. The three gods, our trinity of gods, is Shiva, the dark one. He is the mysterious power that was there before and after creation. Vishnu, the creator of the creator, which is Brahma. Now, you don't have to go with Hindu mythology. This is basically the particles of light, the very basic proton, electron, and neutron. Okay. But when you call it physically, it doesn't mean that these are not divine. Just because science has given them a name doesn't mean that these forces are not divine. Everything and science can measure time, but cannot explain what time is. Science can measure distances, but cannot explain what distance is, because these two parameters are absolute. So they are not even considered. They're just over there. But these two are what life consists of. So we start to think in scientific terms. and we demean the divine. You can do both. You can be scientific, practical, whatever, but you have an open heart. You bless everything that is happening. You accept everything with grace. You do not become a source of pain for anyone else, and you just shower everything and everyone, whether you unconditionally with love from your heart as laughter. Just laugh from your heart and share it with others, and you will be enlightened forever. That is the main teaching. You have the power. You have guys manage very complex jobs every day in contrast to the people of ancient times, which didn't have to struggle neither with cell phones, neither with the technology, neither they had the temptations of the internet. It's a very simple lives were there. Our lives are very complex. So we have overcome many more complex challenges, and that's how we are at a stage where we are all educated and we have the right to be enlightened here and now. Do not go with anything that makes you, demeans you. Oh, that person is enlightened. Yes, he or she is, and so are you. You don't have to spend money on anything or anyone. You just have to acknowledge and follow the three rules. Accept everything with grace, or rather as grace. Share everything that you are doing with the universe. And the third one is, do not be a source of pain for anyone, because it comes out as a, and you will be always be enlightened. You don't need anything. You don't need to read anything, etc. Just do that. And whenever you have, just say Om Namo Narayan, Om Namo Shivaya, Allah Akbar, Ameen, whatever you believe in. Open your heart and send love to whatever is causing you pain or has caused you pain, and you will be balanced. Allah Akbar, Om Namo Shivaya, Om Namo Narayan, Ameen, Ameen, Ameen. When I say Om, just breathe in with me. Om, breathe in. Om. So that it goes to you, the Narayan light in your heart, which is activated. Namo, let the Narayan light be activated. Namo means not me, not my body, not my intellect, not my emotions, but the eternal me. Namo. Shiva, radiate love everywhere. Om Namo. Shiva, breathe out from the heart. Om Namo. Om Namo. Next week then. And if you have any questions or you need a Zoom session or anything, it's always at no charge. You can contact me. Take care.
Thank you so much. Have a good night.